Okay, we're live. Thanks for joining on this fine Wednesday evening, night, whatever you want to call it. So I can't believe it's week 3 already on this project. But in case you missed it or don't know what I'm doing, it's basically the 100-day challenge, but put into 10 weeks in a very simplified version, because I was interested in doing a project for 100 days, but then I was seriously telling myself, I don't know if that's wise with all the things that I want to accomplish. So I'm doing a shortened version and doing it during my live streams. So this is week 3 out of 10 weeks total that I will be working on this project that I have self-assigned. I couldn't find where I put my book. Oh, there it is. Because I wanted to make sure I was staying true to the original color palette. So this is the book that I found this color palette in, and I picked it. I had a bunch of different options, and I decided I wanted to have a little bit more control over it. But this is a really cool book. I love this book. And I think I marked it. Here we go. Here's the color palette that I chose. And let's see, am I staying true to these colors? Trying my hardest to do that. But this is the original color palette that I am attempting to follow, stick to, and then make art related to this color palette. So first week, I found the color palette and I mimicked them in watercolor to try to get as accurate as possible. And then last week, I then took that same color palette in watercolor and did a painting where my husband chose the photo that I would work from. So I had no idea till the live stream, and then used the colors from the color palette to create it. So this is the parrot that I made in these colors. Today is going to be interesting because I wanted to shift directions a little bit. I'm still using watercolor this week, although it is my last week to use watercolor, I think. Let me check that. Yes, it is my last week to use watercolor for this project. So far, the end, I might use it again, but then I'm going to be shifting to acrylic and using again these same colors. So it'll be a nice, fun challenge. I'm really excited for each week that comes because I'm looking forward to this structured set aside time for me to work on these things. So, all right, let's dive in. So today I am supposed to do 3 small illustrations. So not realism, cartoony, whatever I feel like, that goes with the theme, who else was there? Now that might seem extremely random. Who else was there? But I actually picked that little saying, which actually was quite random at the time. But I picked that saying for actually some of my students this semester for their final project, which they don't know about yet. So if you're a student watching, sorry, you got spoilers here. But they're going to be doing a final project that is specifically related in however they want to interpret it, but related to that saying, who else was there? So I thought, that'd be kind of fun. Let me just do that for myself. So who else was there is the thing I need to follow. Let me write it down on a piece of tape here and put it up at the top. And I have some ideas. I've been thinking about this for a while, but let me write it on this piece of tape so we have it on screen. and 3 like semi-simple, at least what I'm thinking in my head is quite simple illustrations to depict this idea of who else was there. Question mark. Who else was there? So I have some ideas, and again, they have to be when I add color, I will be adding color. They have to be these colors, and I'm going to try to incorporate all 8 in some way. But let's just kind of let me go into come on, sketching to see. There we go. What I'm thinking here now. I suppose I should use a separate piece of paper to sketch out what I'm thinking. I was kind of thinking of having like 3. Let me give this a little thought here. Hold on. Yeah, 3 like I think portraits. I think in my head I was thinking just like heads and shoulders, not like full body, but like having like a character here and a character here and a character here. Like really basic. And they'd each have a different characteristic, maybe different ethnicity, but kind of cutesy. Like maybe we'd have a little girl here wearing a cute little button-up top or something, and then maybe a little boy here. You know, something like that, and then kind of like who else was there, as in like who else was there in your memories of growing up as a kid? Who else was there at the party? You know, like those types of ideas, I think, is what I was aiming for. Let me play around with this one. Something like that. That's kind of what I envisioned. Really simple, to the point. They can each incorporate those colors in some way. But let's see if I can flesh this out a little bit more as I go. Oh, focus, camera. Come on, focus. Sorry, this webcam takes a while. Okay, focus. Hello. Oh, there we go. Okay, I have to slowly back up. Okay. Let me try this now. I want to keep it light, and I do want to be pretty symmetrical. Oh, actually, here's an idea. I just thought of something. Maybe it would be too much, but sometimes there's little illustration boxes behind them. I'm probably going to do that. It could be different shapes if I think that would be interesting. Something like that. And then that can be one of the colors as well. I just want to make sure there's enough like information to put the colors. Okay, so let's see. We've got 9. So 4.5 is center. sorry, can't pick that up. And then 4.5 center. Really lightly draw a line. And then maybe I keep it like maybe no bigger than 3 inches across. Yes, I could just wing this if I wanted, but I'm kind of thinking I want it to be a little more structured. Let's see. I don't want to divide it into let's do, if I start an inch down, I want to start an inch up. So then what I'm working with is 10. I could do 2.5 inches, inch between, 2.5 inches, inch between, 2.5 inches. Inch and 1/4 between. So 2.5 inches is here. An inch and 1/4 between. Then it's 1, 2.5 inches. And then an inch and 1/4 between. And then is this 2.5 inches? It is. Okay, boom, we got it. We did the math. We did the math. Even though we hate the math, personally. And then it's an inch and 1/4. Okay, so I have general guidelines. Actually, I should say pretty accurate guidelines to keep my illustrations within. Lydia, thanks for joining. Yes, so I don't know if you've heard, I'm doing a 10-week art challenge for myself where I'm taking this color palette. Did I mark it? Did I save it? Yeah. Taking this color palette from this Pantone book here and spending 8 weeks using this with different forms of art. And so far, this is week 3, but week 1, I copied that color palette and made a watercolor palette of those colors to practice mixing them in kind of a cool pattern. And then last week, I had my husband pick a picture for me to paint, and I used watercolor in those exact same colors and painted his parrot that he picked in these exact same colors. Today, I am doing, this is my rough draft, some cute little illustrations of some kids based on the theme that I gave myself, who else was there? So it can be interpreted really however you want to, but kids, from your memory, friends growing up, people at a party, who else was there? You could, fill in the blanks. So I'm just laying out exactly where I want that to go on the official one, and I'm just going to tape parts of this down, just like on the corners or something. It doesn't need to be perfect. If you don't want your tape to be too sticky, you always stick it on some fabric, and it peels off some of the fibers, and that keeps it from being too sticky. And we're going to just put that up here and down below. I couldn't find my other big blue tape for some reason. that I've been using, which I love because it's not very sticky. I only found the masking tape, so I have to be a little more careful. All right, so there's my outlines for my basic illustrations and where they're going to go. Erase the lines I don't need. All right, and I'm liking what I did here, but I'm going to have a little bit more fun with the faces, maybe a little more. So I'm going to draw like head. I am going to let myself use ink pen for this too. I'm just penciling this in first, but kind of want a really thin neck on these characters. Now, I don't normally do illustrative type work, so it's always outside my comfort zone. But honestly, the goal of this whole project is to kind of force myself to be outside my comfort zone a little bit, and to try things with hopefully the outcome of creating some art or having a more inspired idea for like a series or something like that, because I'm definitely in a dry spell, so that's why I'm giving myself this challenge here. I'm liking the ponytails. Okay, then how intricate do I want the facial features to be? Small ears, let's do that. I kind of like what I did over here, like really, really simple. 2 little eyes, tiny little nose, maybe with a little hint of the ridge of the nose, and a little pleasant mouth. I didn't want it to go too... Oh, I'm liking that. Yeah, I like that. And then I don't know if I want my background rectangle thing to just be like smaller than what I have and more organic looking, but something like that is what I'm thinking for number 1. Number 2, maybe I'll have him I have them all facing the other way on that one. Let's try this direction, but let's have... Maybe his mouth's open a little bit like that. I don't know if you can see that because it's really tiny, but I will be darkening that later. Skinny little necks. And then I kind of want her body up here to be a little smaller. I kind of like what I did before. Oops. Yeah, that's cuter. So let's do the same thing here. Keep them pretty small. Okay, cute. Honestly, I think I need to keep the background shape the same on each of them. I think I want it to be a little bit more square. Okay, then, oops, slip and draw where I don't want to draw. And then this one, to kind of keep the balance interesting, we'll come back. To this side, and we'll do add some cute little bangs, still has little ears and little nose, eyes, and mouth. Got almost a feather boa type of idea. Okay, now the question is, do I ink it first and then watercolor it? Let's make the neck a little bit smaller. These are always the questions, right? Oh, cute. Okay. Her body's a lot smaller. Do I like it smaller? Kind of like them thinner. Like I'm going to go tiny, tiny, small bodies that look like kids more. Actually, it's kind of cute if they've got really, really thin arms. Okay. I think I'm going to ink them first and then have fun with watercolor. Okay, so I want to, and actually I'm going to use, I think I want this thickness. And you hopefully will be able to see these a little better once I've done this step here. I always like to add things as I go because it's easy to do. Like really easy to do. I think I've personally like struggled as an artist to, and this is honestly, this project is an example. And if you just look at my website, I like don't stick with one thing forever. Some people just like find their thing and they just do it. And I would get so bored if I did that. But at the same time, I feel like I don't have like a specific style because I can kind of do whatever whenever I want to, which is kind of good or bad. But it's always frustrated me because I want to be able to have like a distinct style and stick with something that the ideal scenario is that it just like is something you love no matter what, which I don't think is true anyway. Like people that do have a consistency, like I don't think that every single day that they do that they love it. But you never know. I don't know. I'm not one of those people, so it's hard to say. But I get bored. I'm like, oh, I want to try like ink and watercolor. Oh, I want to try oil. Oh, I want to try, I like to play around a little bit, which I think is good and bad for me personally as an artist, because I get lost in knowing kind of what my style is or should be, or something that I like to do. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense, but there you go. Thoughts with Mary? Okay, cute. Do I do the box in the background outlined? I think I do. But I want to keep it like really organic looking and have the ends not really touch. That's so cute. Kind of digging it. Now I just want to go through and erase my pencil, starting with stuff that's more dry and working in down to the ones that I just did. Because you can't erase pencil through watercolor. I feel like there was one time that magically happened for me, and then the other times where I was like, wait, why is this not working? Just like to make sure it's like really erased. think my color palette. Oh, I always have trouble with this. It says push here to open. What, you need like 1,000 men to do it? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so here are my colors. Already mixed for me. I'll have to probably mix more, but at least I get the gist of it now. And I'm going to just start to put things where I want certain colors to be. I should have this out so I can make sure I'm like copying the colors accurately. Because I do want to go for, because I'm using watercolor, it's easy to have them too light. It's okay if they're a little bit lighter. Like in my parrot from last week, I definitely had lighter versions of some of these colors, and I just let it slide. It's okay. It'll be easier in acrylic to keep the consistency. Oops, wrong color. This and this. Okay, I'm going to go for maybe a darker skin tone. Because I don't want my colors to bleed, I need to just be careful. Work layers at a time and sections at a time. It's the trick with watercolor. Maybe we'll do this color. Okay. Let's see here. I've got purples and blues. Trying to visualize. Ooh. I'm losing the color. Okay, I'm going to do her hair blue. Because why not? How fun. It's the fun of art in general, but also just illustration. You can kind of hint at things, and you can paint realistic if you want to, but a lot of times it's just like, okay, I want to have fun with changing up the colors. Let's go back to for his hair. And I've got this orange. Maybe I do her hair down below in this like orange color. Trying to make sure it's like our original orange. Okay, I think that's about right. Sure. Okay. We should probably put a warm color up here. Maybe I'll put him in purple, maybe? That'll probably have to darken. I'm going to go over some of these later and make sure they're the color I want. This is my darker pink magenta color. Make sure it's red enough. It's got to be pretty red. Okay, do I want... I'm going to put her in it for her outfit. And then I technically have... I haven't used this one, correct? Yeah, and these are so close, these two. It's like they're pretty much the same color with one darker and one lighter. And I definitely used the lighter one for his skin, which looks a little weird. It's not as yellow warm as I was thinking. It's a little green, but okay. I want to put a warmer color behind her. Maybe I use, I just, I'm going to put her in this one. That's very nice. Then I think I want to put the orange behind her. I put the brown behind her, and then either the blue or this pink color behind him. Let's start with her. Oh, I just did her shirt. Let's jump down here. Although I've got purple too. Maybe I do purple. I'm thinking, leaning towards the purple on this one. Oh gosh. No. It's not the right. It's a little bit more of a pink purple. I'm gonna have to start over because that I used the wrong blue and that can instantly ruin my color. So let's start over. Do this blue. Okay, is that the color? It's really hard to tell. I think that's pretty, yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, so we're gonna come down and do the background. I might need a bigger brush. It's not really bigger. Let's do this one. To get it nice and flat, I can actually do both sides separately, which is very helpful. Yeah, just slipped. Okay. Yep, I like that. And then we're going to put her the orange background. It's hard to get the color again. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to start at the top here. She's looking sad. I don't know if my smile got a little weird. Okay, I like it. I like it. Let's see, what else? Blue, was that what I was thinking? Or was I going to do the pinky color? I think it needs to be the pink because he's pretty cool overall. So, the light one or the dark one? Maybe the dark. No, I want to do the lighter one. Well, I don't know. So this one or that? I want to do the lighter one. I do. I just do. Kind of digging this palette that I got, this Winsor Newton. I don't know if it's considered a travel kit or not, but I'm loving it. It's exactly the thing I wanted. Bright, vibrant colors. Okay, it needs a little something. Oops, too orange. I feel like this one is easier and harder than it looks. Yes, it can be both, I think. Okay. Now there's a few other spots that I could put some more. Now again, did I do this color? I don't think I did this darker color. I'm going to do this for the feather boa on the lady down below, the girl down below. There we go. Slightly darker feather boa. I could do this blue on this guy's collar here. Okay. What else am I missing? I could do her pocket up here in purple. There's only one spot of this like rich red. Which is fine. Like I have it in there, so it's not a big deal. But I might. I'm trying to decide, guys. Help me out. Should I darken some of these because like skin tone should be probably this dark because we're going with the same palette. The purple should maybe be a little more vibrant. This color should be okay. I'm answering my own question. Yes, I want to. I just want to richen these up a little bit more. It's not really a word, but enrichen. That's the word I'm looking for. Enrichen these colors. Thanks for watching, guys. This purple. is not looking right. Oh, it's probably because it needs too much pink. Too much blue. It's like the dress from Sleeping Beauty. Okay, I think that's better, yeah. Let's just do another layer on this guy's shirt. You can feel more finish too if there's a little bit more clarity to the colors. Doesn't have to be tons. Let's put another layer on hers to get it. Like this background of the guy in the middle is perfect. Like that's the color we want. The blue of her hair is like close. I wonder if it's good enough because I don't want it to get too dark. But I think skin is going to go darker just because that color is not quite accurate. I think the yellow on the background is accurate of that one. Orange, I should say, but maybe the hair down below here should go a little bit darker or vibrant. I remember on the parrot last week, some of these colors I had to just like do a few layers of to make sure they were really vibrant. I probably won't have that problem with acrylic, or at least in the same way, when I try that next week. So hopefully you can tune in. I'm going to be doing the color palette again in acrylic and see how accurate I can get the colors. Is that it? His skin tone's a little weird. This color's okay. Let's do another layer. Her skin tone actually is too light, isn't it? Needs to be that. So when that's dry, I'll go back to that. Oh, she's got a little. Oh, I was gonna say I could put the red there, but yeah. We'll leave some white spots. I like the white buttons, white pearls, white headpiece. Let's do another layer. I want to get the right color. This is the hardest one, I think. It's really pale color. It's a little pink. It's like super pale though. Okay, that's actually pretty close. Let's put that down. And hopefully it will enliven it a little more. Okay, that's a little better. Then her skin down here needs to be pinker. Sorry. We're going for as accurate as we can with these colors. And because they're illustrations, it's okay if, things are exaggerated a little bit. It makes it fun, makes it interesting. Okay. Is there anything that I want to fix? Because now is the time. Because I don't want to have to touch it again. have to. I guess I could be adding a little bit of value to them, which I could probably easily do. Adding like a slightly darker side to the face like this. I just did both their faces, so I better wait on that. But I could do the outfit on the one side, could have a little bit of a darker value. Same with the purple. And the red. Oh, his face is not dry. It's not dry. I could give her hair a little bit of value while I'm waiting. She's not looking happy. I need to give her a little bit of a happier smile. Okay, that's a little better. Let's see. Oh, her hair. I could do her hair. Yeah, it's a hard color to get. Could do his hair. This brown is just not, it's like too inky, so it's losing some of its potency. Okay, and then this is skin ready. It should be ready to do this slightly darker. Okay, there. I'm kind of liking it. Okay, that actually took me the whole hour to do, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be a lot quicker and I'd be sitting here twiddling my thumbs, but nope. So there you have it, guys. That is week 3 of this project, using the exact same colors, including a little bit of ink pen, or in this case, I guess it was a Sharpie, and doing some illustration based on this theme. Who else was there? Just kind of for fun. So if you're an artist and you're interested in doing something fun related to a prompt or a theme, I encourage you to try this question here, this sentence. Might as well, right? So thanks for tuning in, guys. I will be back next week, same time, same day, to do week 4 of this project using the same color palette. So I think I'm going to be switching to acrylic next week, which will be a fun change of pace and a fun challenge to be mixing these same colors in acrylic paint. So I hope you can join me, and we will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.